niggas better catch up. I'm outside getting to the cheddar. Looking good, drinking water, feeling better. Just copped Amazon, Microsoft, a little metal. My nigga, that's level.
Let's go! Y'all are now tuned in into another episode of Take It or Leave It, man.
Yes, sir.
We have my brother, man, Freddie here.
Yes,
again
sir.
for the second time, man. Y'all know this is a special guy, man, if he here again, man.
Straight up.
You know how we
That,
do,
brother.
man. Yes,
Straight
Lord.
up.
Yes, Lord. Come on, man. Come on, man. You know how we do, man.
That's how you
got
do
my man Corey does it.
Definitely.
Yes, Lord.
What's good?
Just,
Yes,
shine on them boys this weekend, man, in the concert, man. You know,
Man.
I want to speak on that a little bit, too.
Nah,
you know,
most
but
definitely.
Yeah, man.
Most
Yes,
dope
Lord.
experience, man.
Yes,
Yeah,
Lord.
dope experience, man.
The fun shui way.
Yeah, come on, man. Let them know.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
I have fun.
Yes, Lord. How y'all feeling though? Y'all feeling good?
Feeling good, man. Like a shit tired. You just had to concert, you know what I mean? So a little tired, but you know, everything went great, you know what I mean? Sure, we packed that thing out and we gave the people what they wanted. So I couldn't ask for anything more, but just blessed.
So it was a knockout again.
Yeah, knockout.
KO.
Knockout. KO, man. Hey, brother, I wish you was there. We supposed to do a level.
Facts, man.
You know what
I was under the weather, man. Y'all excuse me, man.
That's why I tried to get it before the show real quick.
Yeah.
I didn't get it on Saturday, but you know.
It's all good, man. Everything happened for a reason, man. We ain't gonna overlook what happened. We gonna cherish what did happen.
No, most definitely.
Yes, Lord.
Most definitely.
Yes, Lord.
But it was beautiful, you know what I'm saying? It was beautiful. Shout out to the whole team, Fun Shui, for real. They helped me come together, and it was amazing, bro.
Yes, Lord. Yes, Lord.
Yeah,
man, I was all on social media looking at it like, damn, I want to do that.
Yeah.
I'm like, damn, I'm in the bed snotting and shit, man. You know what I'm saying? I know I be talking about high level and healthy stuff, man, but I was under the weather, man. But I'm back and I'm better, man.
Most definitely.
Yes, Lord.
We glad you better.
Yes, Lord.
That's
Lord.
That's all that matters.
Yes, Lord.
That's the biggest thing, man, that you better, that health is everything.
Health is wealth. You know what I mean?
So taking care of yourself is the big thing.
Yes, Lord. For the ones that's out here, man, go and drink you some tea. You know what I'm saying? Drink you some herbs. You know, do your thing, man.
Smart water.
Yes, drink you a lot of water, man. Get you some fluid in your system, man.
No, for
you know
real.
What I'm saying? Yes, Lord.
Yeah.
Yes, Lord, man. But yeah, man, I want to kind of dive into, the first topic, man. It been kind of on my mental. And I want to ask you guys, you powerful brothers, what do y'all think is missing in the society of people, with people? What do y'all think is missing?
Okay.
You want to go?
And I know that's a broad question, but
So what's missing in society today, pretty much?
Yes,
okay,
Lord.
I got you. I think today in society, like if I'm just being honest, I feel like we missing compassion. I think we missing a lot of love. You know what I mean? When I look at the world today, I just see a lot of just traumatic things going on. Like when we talk about murders, you know what I mean? When we talk about young deaths at that, when I just look at the world, you know what I mean? It's hot as hell outside.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Thanks.
For real, it's just crazy. It's just like we seeing record high things, you know what I mean? We having COVID, you know what I mean? I'm hearing that it's coming back. I just look at the world today and it's just like crazy. Like, and there's so many things to talk about, like when it comes to the world. And when I speak on love and compassion, like I'm talking about like far as just like, we was speaking on like women and like sexualizing it. It's just bro, like it's so much. It's just to me the world right now is like wicked. You know what I mean? It's hard. It ain't enough love. You know what I mean? And togetherness. So
and that's what I was gonna say. The togetherness.
Right.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. I think with what you're saying with everything going on right now in the world, so many different things.
Right.
You got the presidential election happening. Fires happening, heat waves, like aliens,
crazy,
like every time you turn this on, it's something.
Exactly.
But one thing is that it feel like everybody is like hard right now, and which is understandable because of what's going on, the economy up and down for people. But what we're missing is that togetherness, and I think with the togetherness and showing love to one another, being compassionate, I think that we can get over some of these humps that we're going through in society right now. So I think to say I agree with what you're saying.
I'm trying to get it out. I'm
so
just
basically,
like,
not to cut you over.
No, you good.
So basically, if we learn how to, be more compassionate and show love and show more unification, then we can fix
So
some of the things. That'll be the solution to the issues.
Yeah.
Facts,
Okay.
like soften some of the shells
Right,
that we all
right.
have. You know what I mean? Because like, and I feel like today is like we all traumatized. Like, you know what I
Right.
mean? So we all,
Naturally.
in our shells. You know what I mean? And that's what makes it harder to work together. You know what I
Right.
mean? And then create this generational wealth. Because when you look at, to me, mass companies, it takes a team.
Right.
It's just like they got. I feel like the normal citizen brainwashed in a way, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because like, you know, if you go into a big corporation, like I work for a school, right?
Right.
It take teachers to run this whole operation. It still take togetherness,
Right.
But then it's like when we leave, it's like we still like we
Right.
in there, but we still hard. If that
Right.
makes sense. So
right.
like, still not no togetherness in a
That
way.
kind of took me to my take. Cause, my take on that question is like, I think it's not enough people being authentic. You know what I mean? It's easy to set a trend, right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is somebody can literally come out here and say something that's negative, and somebody like, oh man, I like that. That's hard. And now you got the whole world doing this negative, exercising negative things, right?
right.
It's not
like
enough
that.
authentic things going on. Like
Facts.
somebody saying, man, nah, I ain't rocking like that.
Right.
You know,
Yeah.
I ain't moving like that, or nah, I don't even like that. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm gonna move in this manner.
It's a lot of sheep, you
Yeah,
saying.
it's a lot of sheep. You
Right.
know? Exactly.
Yeah.
So
And I can agree with that
I do.
because being a coach, I get to watch the youth, right? And
Right.
it's some players or student athletes that I'm around that got this hard role.
Right.
And that's not really them on the other side when we have, our 101s, they really a outgoing person, a
Right.
funny person, but when they get around their peers,
Right.
they more want to be tough
guy.
guy
Yeah,
and
that
hard
tough-
and
yeah.
stuff. And it's like, we don't have to do that.
Right.
You don't have to be that way. You can be yourself.
Right.
And I think so going back, it's like I see that happening and I understand your point of view.
Right.
And it makes sense.
No, I agree with that too. It's not a lot of people being authentic. You know
Right.
what I mean? And I feel like the reason, going back to what you saying too, is because not a lot of people in tune with themselves.
Yeah. Right.
You know what I mean? The only way for you to be authentic is for you to be in tune with yourself
Right.
and be okay with self. You know what I mean? That way, when you dish out that good energy to the world, it comes off as out of the ordinary because you being yourself. And that's when you get creative. That's when you create trends. You know what I'm saying? Good trends. Because, when you people who create those bad trends, in a way, if you really think about it, they were being authentic.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's
Right.
the people who follow those trends. So,
Right.
I think if more people be themselves, then we'll have better trends. You know what I
Do
mean?
y'all think like what we doing right now, like actually doing podcasts, speaking about it, do y'all think that's playing a role in helping in a
Most
way?
definitely.
Oh yeah, I
Most
definitely feel it's helping because we speak and we voicing the opinions, and somebody may listen and be like, okay, yeah, that makes
Right.
sense, and I agree, and then they'll take what we said and what they agree on and go tell somebody else, and
Right.
then now they going
Right. So we kind of, in a way, molding leaders to be leaders.
Right.
Most definitely.
Being yourself, being your own leader
Most
in your
definitely.
own kingdom. And that's kind of what I want to do. Like, I just want to lead folks,
Right.
to be their own leader.
Right.
Don't
Right.
follow me.
Right.
You know what I
Facts.
mean?
Right.
Take what I'm doing and in my thoughts and kind of put it in your perception and
Live,
your
learn,
kingdom.
lead.
Exactly.
Nah, most
So I love
definitely.
the brand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Live, learn, lead.
I love the Feng Shui brand
Right.
because I know the meaning behind it.
Yeah.
You know what I
Most
mean?
definitely.
So yeah.
And,
go ahead.
And that's what it's about. You know what I'm saying? Like, we go through things, right?
Right.
And we learn from those things that we go through. We'll spread, and once we learn from those things, we supposed to give the knowledge to one another, and that's leading.
Right.
And that's why I go with the live, learn, lead, to show people like, hey, I didn't went through this. I didn't learn from this.
Right.
It may have been a mistake, but now I didn't change my ways from my mistake, and now I'm leading in the right manner, right? And
Right.
setting that example.
That's
Nah,
dope.
most definitely.
Yeah.
Nah, I feel that
Yeah.
100%.
That's dope.
I think like in a role like this is just like you know, planting seeds.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, as long as we put out that good energy and plant that seed, you know what I'm saying? Like you said, maybe somebody out there dig it. You know what I mean? Like, but it's just for us to put it out there.
Right.
You know
Whoever
what I mean?
catch it.
Whoever
and
catch
you say
it.
something all the time, like good energy attract good energy.
Exactly.
You always say
the right
people. So,
exactly.
So whatever you do and you knowing that it's a good following or a good flow, people gonna attract to that.
Right.
So, especially when it's with pure intentions too. You know what I mean? You moving with pure intentions.
And that kind of was another take that I was gonna say as well. A lot of people moving with not pure intentions. You know, even, and I understand like everything got to be beneficial. You got to bring value in a way, but it don't have to be in an unpure manner. You know what I mean? And I think how people minds is nowadays is like, okay, let me take this. It's different agendas from relationships, business, just anything. You know what I mean? Even you got guys out here that's trying to lead, but they got bad intentions on it, right? You know, they not leading in the right intentions. You know what I mean? With what they trying to do. So,
most definitely.
A lot of people like to lead and try to prove points.
Exactly.
Instead of just going and just leading and on your journey. Right. Like, I'm not trying to prove nobody wrong, nobody right. I'm just on my journey. I mean good, and if you like it, then you know hopefully you can learn something from it and lead your way as well and add it to your toolbox.
Yes, Lord.
No, most definitely. Now, but go a little bit more in depth. What you mean, like with like people leading with impure intentions, like.
You know, you have most of these women out here, they say they want a relationship, and I'm not trying to bash women, I'm just giving an example. You know, they say they want a relationship, but they go in a relationship with bad intentions from the jump. The man got to have money, you know, the man got to have this, he got to be able to buy you a Birkin or something like that. That's bad intentions from the jump. Or you have a business, you know, I'm going to bring it on a business point of view. You have somebody that's like, okay, I'm going to use this person. And there's nothing wrong with using somebody, right? Because iron sharpen iron. But you have to put in the work as well. You get what I'm saying? You can't just use somebody and just use them for whatever their strength is, right? That's bad intentions.
I see what you're saying.
You see what I'm saying? And I think the world revolves on bad intentions in general. You know what I mean?
Straight up.
And they think it's okay. You know what I mean? There's nothing okay with having bad intentions.
Most definitely. I see what you're saying. Now, I was just going to say, I was just trying to see what you meant by that, because I feel like exactly what you're saying, iron sharpens iron, you know, especially with relationships in general. You know what I mean? When you bring value on both ends, then it's like, it's really two leaders. You know what I mean? I feel like as a leader, you surrounded by leaders. You know what I mean? And what I mean by that is like when I look at our relationships, it's like you said, iron sharpens iron. We all bring value to each other, whether we talking about relationships, whether we talking about business, whether we talking about whatever we talking about. So we're steady here. We helping each other grow. You know what I'm saying? We're helping self grow, and that helps you grow in every aspect of your life. So I feel you 100%. You know what I mean? Moving with pure intentions and not moving with unpure intentions and not using people. You know what I mean? For what they do. Straight up.
That's some good stuff. I agree with what y'all saying. You know, like I said, whatever you doing, you supposed to be doing it out of love, right? So that's just what it is. Like it ain't nothing else between. You know, I always tell people I feel like we put on this earth to show one another love. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's my job to show you love. It's your job to show him love. It's his job to show me. And, like, you know, just make it go everywhere, right? And, you know, some people got bad intentions while doing that. So, you know, you just got to live, learn, lead.
Come on,
plant them seeds. Have conversations like this. You know what I mean?
That's the big thing.
Because, and not taking you know, because a lot of folks, they'll hear this, right? And they'll feel attacked as well. You know, some people, you know, you can't have these type of conversations with certain individuals because they'll start feeling attacked. And that's another thing we missing in the society is taking criticism, man. You know what I mean? And you can't grow without learning your flaws. You know what I mean? If somebody say, hey, man, I'm noticing you doing this, you know, I want you to perfect it in this manner. You can't go in and feel attacked and try to attack them because you feel attacked. You got to listen to them and then fix it. You know what I mean?
That's the thing about criticism. Like when people get criticized, it's easy to go into a defensive type of manner, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because you're attacking their character in a sense, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like whenever you attacking somebody's character, it's a pride thing, you know what I mean? Like maybe you probably didn't even notice that about yourself, you know what I mean? But somebody then pointed it out, and now you in a defensive, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, defensive state. So I feel like whenever you tackle somebody's character, it's a real deep dive at self. You know what I mean? And when somebody got to look at themselves in the mirror, sometimes that's a scary thing to do. You know what I mean?
It's ugly to 'em, man.
Yeah, it look ugly to them.
Right.
So I feel like that's the only reason. You know what I mean? People act like that. It's just for the simple fact it's hard to look at self. But when you actually look at yourself and you start working on them certain flaws, you know what I mean? That's when beauty come out. You know what I'm saying? That's when beauty comes.
Specific moment of whoever embraced it and told you what it was, you would cherish it.
Facts.
Yeah,
so,
and I feel like you just got to be able to have uncomfortable conversations as well.
Right.
The only way to grow is to have uncomfortable conversations and accept criticism. Right. Like that's the only way to grow. I'm not gonna get better if I can't take criticism from y'all. Right.
Facts.
Like if I say, "Oh, you can't tell me anything," then how am I getting better? I don't know everything. Right. You may see something that I don't see. Right. So
I think the world is too sensitive now. It's a lot of changes from now and in the past of my mother days and things of that nature. The world is too sensitive.
Well, and I'm glad you said that, right? Because because it's a big thing going on, with the coach in Atlanta, gut punching the kid, and you got people out here saying, "Hey, man, he too sensitive. This generation need to grow up." You know what I'm saying? And for me, I'm gonna just speak on it being a coach. I don't think, physically hitting a kid is acceptable, right? You know, it's football, and football definitely down here in Texas, and I coach collegiate ball. It's hard, it's passionate, you're going to get in some kids' tails, you know what I mean? Like, it get like that, but being, like, putting your hands on a kid is unacceptable. Like, in any manner, definitely punching a kid, in the gut. Like, so I hear a lot of people saying, "Oh, they sensitive," and I understand maybe in the 60s, the 70s, 80s, even late 90s, like, things like that may have happened in football, but now in this day and age, you can't do that. There's too much going on in our world now to even be to do that. So that was crazy.
I believe that. I believe that for sure. Not to cut you
off. I definitely want to hear what you got to say, because you're not a football player, so how you see it,
I'm looking at it from a broad standpoint. This not your kid, bro. You know what I mean? You can't be literally punching him. Now, being aggressive in a way, like grabbing his helmet or tapping him on the head or something, being a little more physical, because it is a physical sport. You know what I mean? But physically, jabbing them like you jabbing a punching bag, or you in a boxing match or something like that. Nah, man, that's common sense. I think that's just common sense. That's not your kid, bro. You can't punch that. Kid.
Exactly.
You don't even know how he would have took that. He probably would have threw up or something. He's not a boxer. He's a football player.
Come on, man.
Most definitely.
Yes,
I agree with both of y'all. As a football player too, I feel like for that coach to like even do that, it's just like some people just don't need to be in an authoritative or authority role. You know what I mean? Because at the same time, you got that kid is traumatized. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, because it's probably not the first time. You know what I mean? So he looking at you as a figure. You know what I mean? And he accepting it because of your role. You know what I mean? So I think he's super out of pocket. You know what I mean?
Because if that was my kid, man.
Nah, for real, nigga.
That was everybody saying that was my kid.
I would have been out the stands, man. We would have took it back to the streets.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? So
me as a player, I feel like I would have reacted to that.
Exactly.
For sure.
You would have had every right to.
No, most definitely.
And
every right to.
And that goes back to when we talk about, being led by the right people.
Exactly.
And that's a guy that probably shouldn't be leading our youth right now, or maybe he got anger problems or whatever. I know he was a volunteer coach at that. Yeah. So, that's even not even,
I didn't know that much into it.
You gotta go.
So, I heard that. I was like, man, come on now. It's just crazy. Another thing is, that's why it's important that we build relationships with our kids, or like you're a teacher, right? Like it's important that you build relationships with kids before you react any type of way with that kid.
Right.
So you know how he can take it, or he or she can take it. Right. Like I look at myself like with my coaching style, I can't coach a kid hard if I don't know the kid.
Exactly.
The kid got to be able to know where that toughness coming from. He got to understand, like, no, Coach Freddie really loves me. Coach Freddie really looking out for me in my best interest.
Right.
And I feel like our coaches these days, not all, of course, but I'm just saying, like, we have to build those relationships. Take the time to build relationships. I know, like, look, I love winning. You know, I ring on now. You know, I love winning. That's what I feel like. That's why I play the game or coach the game, is to win and impact. But at the same time, I feel like you got to cherish those relationships and build those relationships because they last longer.
Most definitely.
And that's the most important thing.
I feel that 100% too, brother. Like, and not to cut you off either, but it's like at the same time, you building the youth. You know what I'm saying? This is not only just a right now type of thing. You know what I mean? This is forever type of thing. Like, I just got off the phone with my high school coach. You know what I mean? It's been 10 years. You know what I mean? Not trying to show my age. You know what I mean? But at the same time, that's what it's about. You building. You building. you building these young men. You know what I mean? And that's really what it's about. You know what I mean? Yes, a game. You know what I mean? Yeah, we love to win, but we molding you for the world, and that's what them relationships come into play. Because when you talk to them and you telling them, I'm doing this because of this. This is the why. This is why I'm telling you this, because discipline plays a role all through your life. Right. From the way that you brush your teeth, you take care of your body, to the way you treat your lady, to the way you treat yourself. You know what I'm saying? These are things that's gonna guide you for the rest of your life. So it's deeper than the game. You know what I mean?
Yes,
this is about life.
To understand, like, even in that age group, that's a chapter of that kid life.
Come
you know
on,
what I mean? So the bond is very beneficial to build, because next year or 2 years, I don't know how the football thing goes, but he's gonna be somewhere else. You know what I mean? But like you said, if you build that bond, he's still gonna talk to you in 10 years the same way you still keep up with your coach. Y'all got a good relationship. That means he impact in a good way towards you. You see what I'm saying? So,
shout out Coach Gainey.
I'm rocking Coach Rob too.
Good coach. But man, and then like you said, when we started the show, like, you know, traumatized, right? That kid could be traumatized, right? Kid may not even want to be coached up no more. Don't want to deal like with a coach, like nothing. You know, it's crazy, man. Like,
press that little boy button, man. You traumatized. You didn't sock him
because for a game,
from a game, man.
Come on.
You probably coaching bad. If the kid's doing bad, coaches look in the mirror first, man.
He volunteering.
To punch on something.
Come on, man.
He volunteering.
That's one thing I get mad. Man. One thing as a coach, man, you supposed to look at yourself first before you get mad at the kid.
Right.
Like, before you get mad, make sure you told that kid that, like, hey, that assignment, right? You was supposed to be right there.
Right.
Like, make sure you told the kid that you probably ain't even tell him what he was supposed to do, and you punching him in the stomach.
You're trying to tell you. I'm trying to tell you.
Weak status.
Yeah, that was super
weak sauce.
You know what I mean? But now they done revoked his volunteer roles.
Boy.
Peace to you.
For real.
Came and got
For real. That was straight a text me, not even a phone call. That was, hey, bro, don't show up tomorrow.
Get out the field.
Nah, they came and got him.
Oh, for real?
It was live.
What?
It was on live TV. They came and got him.
Off the field.
At the game.
We had enough of this. Come here.
Hey, bro, what you doing, man? Live TV?
Nah, facts, man.
Like, why?
Yeah.
Why?
Nah, for sure.
Yeah, man. So for you leaders out there, man, y'all gotta know y'all strength and know y'all power and don't abuse it, man.
Yeah, man.
You know, not saying that coach wasn't a leader. He probably was. You know, I don't know him.
Yeah.
But we seen that he abused his leadership. You see what I'm saying? You gotta know what situation you in, and you can't abuse it, man. You can't abuse your power, man.
Nah, most definitely.
Because our youth need our guidance.
Come on,
nah,
now.
most definitely.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what it's about.
Come on, now.
For sure.
Come on, now.
I ain't gonna lie, and I ain't gonna even lie. Actually, I like how you just said that, because that leads us to our quote. I actually seen you thread something that was pretty dope. Man.
Talk to him.
What? How'd it go again?
I said that our youth need our guidance. Bring that back. I said our youth requires our guidance and our leadership. That's what I said.
So cold, man.
Require our guidance
yes,
and our
Lord.
leadership.
Come on, man.
Yeah, it's mandatory, man. We gotta go help our youth. They need us for real.
Those are the ones we're attacking, man.
Yeah,
most definitely.
Attack the youth, man.
Yes, Lord.
Straight up. And take it or leave it.
Let's go.
These niggas better catch up. I never clowning with the circus. I be focused on the cheddar. I be walking with a purpose. Head out, chest out for the ones that wanna hurt. I'ma go out in the flesh, step for service. You clear me.